Do you know that during meetings of the cabinet is not in tune with your opinions? Abraham Lincoln goes, yes, I know. I know it. Sir, even then you are giving this important critical post to him, which is the second most important diplomat in the presidential hierarchy, that is the presidential democracy that is in the United States. Abraham Lincoln says yes. So why? Abraham Lincoln goes, see now, understand well what is spiritual quotient. Abraham Lincoln goes, my first question, is he right for the post? His secretary says yes. His IQ for the post is perfectly matched. Second question, is there any question of his integrity towards the nation? Abraham Lincoln's secretary says, sir, no question. Since last 30 years of public life, there has not been any controversy about his integrity towards the nation. Abraham Lincoln goes, I need only these two qualities in a person to give this post. He possesses that, so I give him, irrespective of what he has an opinion about me or my policies. Imagine the level that a person can go when he becomes spiritual. Spiritual quotient is well defined as you go beyond certain limitations of human mind. You go beyond certain preconditions of human mind. You go beyond certain described and prescribed habits of human behavior, which Abraham Lincoln went, crossed all three barriers. To create a situation by taking a decision or getting involved, that could be very beneficial for the future generation to hold on to the values and virtues of great human living. You become a source of inspiration. So my little friends, the process of learning is much beyond your textbooks. I gave you a small trailer of it today. Am I right or wrong? I want a proper answer from the trustees, then from the students, then from the teaching staff. It's much beyond your textbooks. Textbooks is just information. You need to convert that information into knowledge and ultimately convert that knowledge into wisdom. Only they say 10% of the information is converted into knowledge. My good friend Rohit Sarup is here. We were classmates, studied in school together, and fortunately with God's grace we are speakers together in the event. He would talk much upon this subject. I'm just giving a touch to it and a push to him. And 10% of the information that is converted into knowledge, they say only 0.1% of that knowledge is converted into wisdom. And that is why all the problems upon this earth. So this is spiritual quotient. Beyond IQ is EQ, beyond EQ is SQ. You need to enrich yourself by your information, you need to enrich yourself by your knowledge, and you need to enrich yourself definitely by your wisdom, which is the spiritual quotient. I defined all three, I exemplified all three. Let us touch it individually now. See, what is the basic concept in our mind? As students and sometimes as teaching staff as well. A child who scores good in classroom is intelligent. And a student who scores less. Why, Paresh, you are laughing? And perhaps a student who scores less is less intelligent. This is the normal definition that the trustees or the teaching staff or the students, classmates, they make. He's a 90% student, he is intelligent. He is 60% student, he is less intelligent. This is the common belief and the common attitude that we live with. But this is absolutely wrong. Intelligence is not just your report card. There are three kinds of intelligences. First is called abstract intelligence. You are good with mathematics, symbols. you become a good engineer. Second kind of intelligence is concrete intelligence. You are good with machines, you become engineer. Third kind of intelligence and the topmost kind of intelligence is social intelligence. You know how to deal with people, how to take care of people, how to make the optimum, best use positively of the people around you to grow you, yourself, the organization. Social intelligence, abstract intelligence, and concrete intelligence. Just jokingly, I would say that those who score 90% in standard 12th, they get admission into engineering colleges and they become engineers. They get admission into medical colleges. They go into medicine and become doctors. Those who score 15% less, 75%, they go into the commerce stream, set up a company and hire those 90% people, engineers and doctors. Those who score even 15% less, they are in the 60% range. They go into public life, define policies for the first two. And last, more jokingly, those who score even 15% less in the 45% range, they go in the underworld and control the first three. So if at all some students sitting here, if you don't get 90%, do strive for it, because this is the period of learning, this is the period of scoring in your schools. Try to be the best student, scoring 80 plus, 90 plus, 95 plus. That is your endeavor as a student. But if at all you don't fall in that range, don't get disheartened. One universe, 8 planets, 195 countries, 1864 islands, 7 seas, 7 billion population, not just 90% people they earn, okay? This is a huge thing, huge affair, the whole universe. So don't get disheartened. Know the field and the sphere of your interest. As there are amount of droplets of water in the sea, as there are amount of oxygen atoms in air, there are amount of opportunities in the field of your self-interest. To earn money, to gain reputation, to live a dignified life. So don't get disheartened. Try, but if you don't fall in that range, don't get disheartened. The time in the 60-70% range. Know in which field you are intelligent.